Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Trasher Football. And yesterday, College Football 25 came out. And today, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on the College Football 25 game. So yesterday, I played for a consecutive 14 hours straight. Yes, that is some indoor big back activities as I did nothing but eat, drink Dr. Pepper, and play College Football 25. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys did too. Took off the day from work or from school, sit down and just enjoy this video game. Well, it is the summer. Who's having school right now? So one of the first things I wanted to do is I hopped in a play now on stream. I lost in overtime to Florida State at home. It was the first game I ever played. It was on varsity. I was learning the controls. It's a really fun game. This is, I've been hating on the Madden reskin rumors, and it's not a reskin, but it is still a little similar. But it's a AAA football video game made by EA on the Frostbite engine, so of course it's going to feel a little similar. The cuts, when you go left and right, or when you spin, or even the jukes, everything in those, they feel clean, they feel sharp, they feel fluid, they don't feel chunky and rotten like Madden does, if you catch my drift on that part right there. And in this game, in the background that you see right here, I recorded this game in the before I recorded this, so I don't know what part it's at right now. It's a part of my personal Florida Dynasty. As you can tell, I'm sucking it up. I'm 4-4 going into this game. But with the Florida Dynasty, it has been really hard. I mean, even on varsity mode, this game is still really hard. Defense is really hard to do. Tackling, especially open field tackling, you seem to miss a lot because of the other player's speed and acceleration. But the one big thing that I've had issues with on defense is when I use your D-line. Now, I apologize for that. I know a lot of people don't like people who use your D-line. I suck when I use your linebacker, or safety, or corner. So I use your D-line because it's just the easiest for me, and that's just what I've always played. So if I want to blitz and send the house, and there's maybe one coverage guy in the back, I'm going to send the linebacker and I'm going to try and sack the quarterback. But I'm always going to use our D-line, so I want to switch over to the linebacker before I get to the sack. But, oops, I accidentally switched over to the back DB who's doing coverage, and I pulled away from all the receivers, thinking that I was on the D-line, and I just created 15-20 yards of open field space for first down for the other team. I've done that countless times, especially online games. I feel like I've done that a lot more online games with Fridge. A couple of you guys in the community I've faced off against. I've played some normal online games on the Road to the College Football Playoff mode. It's happened a couple of times in Dynasty, but I'm having an absolute fun with Dynasty right now. Like I said, 4-4. It is hard. It is hard. A lot of my games were one score or two. A lot of high octane offense. Not a lot of defense in these games unless it's a turnover. But there's nothing really bad that I have to say about Dynasty. It's really fun. They really went all out and they delivered with Dynasty mode this year. Not to move over to Road to Glory, I did the 2-star halfback. I committed to the University of Troy. This is just my test run. I did Adam Koch Jr., which is the son of an old NCAA 14 player I did in my Florida A&M Team Builder Dynasty. He was my running back there. He won like 2 or 3 Heismans. So I thought, why not do, just for fun, for my own mind, one with quote-unquote his son. And let me tell you, I'm a redshirt freshman. I have not gotten a single start, and the coach will hold you back. The coaches will hold you back if you're not a good enough overall or star. They will rarely ever give you playing time. I am just now to a 70 overall. I'm the 3rd string running back. They keep putting me mainly at slot, receiver on the same 2 or 3 passing plays when they play him. I can't remember specifically which ones, but I know one of them's a corner route. But the Road to Glory is also hard. You gotta the camera angles I'm not the biggest fan of. I wish and hope EA can fix that. I just want like the normal camera angle to be available on Road to Glory, just also following your player as if you would be in a normal Dynasty or Play Now game. It's very fun though, but the practices kind of get repetitive, especially when you're a lower star and you're not playing any games, so it's just practice, and then you gotta do your weekly stuff, you gotta do your class, and then you talk to somebody on the phone every few days, and it's just wash, rinse, repeat, you know, it's the same thing, or rinse, wash, repeat, whatever, over and over and over until maybe you'll get a couple of downs in a game. Like, I think I've had maybe 15 rushes for 60-something yards in my Road to Glory. So it's not much, although I did have a really good receiving game. I almost helped a comeback against, I think it was maybe ULM, and I had like 140-something receiving yards on just 6 receptions. So if you know what you're doing and you can abuse the system, maybe you'll be able to be good at it and get some stats. But I am in my redshirt freshman year. We'll do a Road to Glory series sometime later down the future. But later today, we're going to start the first episode of the first Dynasty series with Appalachian State. Now, I also do want to head over to Ultimate Team. I touched Ultimate Team. I know, I'm sorry. I told you guys I wasn't going to. But, you know, I did pre-order the deluxe edition, so I wanted to see what cards I would get. I haven't played anything in Ultimate Team, but the excuse me, sorry, I didn't mean to burp. The cards, they look okay. The lineup I have is like Joe Burrow, Donovan Edwards, Eugene Wilson, Zakarian Branch. I mean, it's not great. A lot of 60-something overall players. I mean, I don't hate Ultimate Team. It's not my thing. I'll play it if somebody wants to play it with me. I'll play it if I'm bored. But the concept is fun. But will they deliver? I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. And then you have the Road to the College Football Playoffs. And a lot of people have been wondering what this mode actually is. And it's actually just an online head-to-head mode against teams that are along the overall rank as you and people who are about as good at the game as you are. So I played one game on the Road to the College Football Playoff mode last night. I was Florida. My opponent was Texas A&M. It was a close game, but he did come away with it 24-14. It was a really fun game mode to play online against random people. You really got to bring your A game if you're going to play online, because I've seen some videos of Omar playing online. Shout out to Omar, and he's bringing it, but you know, if you're gonna play against people like Omar, you got to bring your A game, because there's people out there that have already learned this game as if they've been playing for a month, and they've only been playing for, what is it now? The game's been out 23 hours. There's a lot of skillful people in the community already. And then there's just the online modes in general. Play a friend / Road to Glory playoffs, you know, and when we opened the game on stream, the servers were already down, which was kind of expected. And I kind of expected the servers to be down like a few more days. I wasn't expecting to do any online stuff. I didn't think I was going to be able to do any Ultimate Team stuff. I didn't think I was going to be able to do online Dynasty. But the servers came back up pretty quickly, and they've been pretty stable. You know, Fridge and I played a couple of games online. He may or may not have beaten me every single time. But, you know, I'm still learning the game. It's a little laggy online, you know, the occasional mess-ups on your kickoffs, and that's why I haven't attempted any field goals online, and that's, okay, go to the field goals, just in general. Field goals are nearly impossible in this game. At some point in this recording, you may or may not see it, because I don't know if I'm going to ramble long enough for you guys to see it in the Texas-Florida game playing. I missed like a 50-something yard field goal unbelievably. Like, you'd think I had a 12 overall kicker starting. It is so hard because you gotta keep in the fact that it's going so fast, you gotta get it right in the middle, and if you're on the left or the right hash, you gotta aim it to the left or the right to try and hit the, like, inside the field goal, and then you still gotta be able to hit it fast enough to where it's not red and you don't overhit it and you don't underhit it. It is very hard. I've made 7 field goal attempts over the last 23 hours. I've made 1 field goal. 1 out of 7 on varsity and all-American difficulties. If that doesn't show you how unbelievably hard the field goals are, then I don't know what can. And I'm not telling EA, you need to fix the field goals, but I mean, I kind of like scoring 3, if I can't help scoring 6. It's really hard, and I can't imagine, somebody down 52-50, they need the field goal to win 53-52, all it is a 55-yard field goal in the national championship, and they just shank the kick. I couldn't imagine that for anybody, and I'm sure that's already happened to somebody, and, man, I feel bad for anybody that would have to deal with that. But this is a very fun game. I lived on NCAA 14 for the longest time, as all of you did. This game is definitely better than NCAA 14. It's a whole new generation. It's completely different. It's 2 generations new, actually. This is the PS5 as opposed to the PS3. I have to give this game a 9 out of 10. There's still a lot of things that could really be fixed in this game. Defense and tackling, I feel like, is the biggest con. Switching over on players on defense, kicking is probably the cons. The pros is just how fluid it feels. Even if you miss a tackle and you try and dive at him to get the tackle, you still feel the fluidity of the tackling when you still do get the tackles. It feels realistic. The atmospheres are wonderful. They're very well done. The stadium toughness, not the rankings, but the actual, toughness meter, when it's peaking at the very top and you're feeling the crowd and you're feeling how loud they are. You can't call any audibles. You can't call any hot routes. You just got to do with what you got to do. And it's really hard, man. Even if you see in this Florida Dynasty, you can see how hard it is with this Texas game at Texas, and they have the #1 ranking in this dynasty in year 1. And I'll tell you what, this is a very, very fun game. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this game. Do you think it was a W or do you think it was an L? Let me know what your favorite game mode is in the comments down below. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I promise you will regret it if you don't. Make sure you hit the like button. And stay tuned for later today when we upload the first episode of the Appalachian State Dynasty. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later, and go enjoy some College Football 25.